There are very few CEOs whose name is taken parallelly with the company they are associated with. Some of these examples could be Bill Gates and Microsoft, Steve Jobs and Apple. If you talk about the present time, the best example would be Elon Musk, be it with Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink and many others. But there was a time when this man was removed from his own company. It's your favorite channel, The Billionaires, and today we are going to answer, why was Elon Musk removed from CEO of PayPal? The story of Elon Musk being fired from the CEO of PayPal is divided into 4 phases. When Elon Musk, Harris Fricker, Christopher Payne and Ed Ho co-founded X.com. 2. Max Levchin, Peter Thiel and Luke Nosek co-founded Confinity Inc. 3. Rivalry of X.com and Confinity Inc. An incident after the merger of X.com and Coinfinity. Elon Musk, Harris Fricker, Christopher Payne and Ed Ho co-founded X.com. The story for the foundation of X.com didn't start in March 1999, but in early 1990s. At that time, Musk was working as an intern in the Bank of Nova Scotia. During his tenure in Nova Scotia, he saw many faults in the banking system. After this internship, he started Zip2.com, and when he sold it at the end of the decade, Musk was a Silicon Valley millionaire. Zip2 was sold for $307 million, and Elon was bound to get $22 million. In January 1999, Zip2 was about to be sold to the Compaq. Elon Musk started working in his second startup, X.com, and already started assembling his team. Ed had worked at SGI and Zip2 as an engineer, and his peers marveled at his coding and team management skills. Harris Fricker and Christopher Payne had a finance background. Musk had met Fricker during his time as an intern at the Bank of Nova Scotia, and two really hit it off. Payne was Fricker's friend from the Canadian finance community. Fricker and Payne brought the knowledge of banking world's mechanics that X.com would need. All 4 men were considered co-founder of this company, while Musk emerged as the largest shareholder thanks to his hefty upfront investment of $12 million. Even with all of this, it was not an easy cake for Musk and his company. Due to Zip2, Musk had become a budding superstar in Silicon Valley and had the press fawning over him. Fricker, who had moved from Canada and pegged X.com as his chance to make a mark on the world as a banking witch. The dispute between Fricker and Musk came to a quick, nasty end. 5 months after X.com had started, Fricker initiated a coup. He said, "Either I will take over as CEO, or I am just going to take everyone from the company and create my own company." Fricker ended up doing so. Musk ended up with sale of a company and a handful of loyal employees, but it was Musk. On the night before Thanksgiving in 1999, X.com went live to the public. Elon stayed there 48 straight hours, making sure things worked. Under Musk's direction, X.com tried out some radical banking concept. Customers received a $20 cash card just for signing up to use the service, and a $10 card for every person they referred. Even if X.com was not making the money, its customers were. In a very modern twist, X.com also built a person-to-person payment system. You could send someone money just by plugging their email address into the site. This was the revolutionary stuff. More than 200,000 people bought into it and signed up for X.com within first couple of months of operation. On the other side, Max Levchin, Peter Thiel, and Luke Nosek co-founded Infinity Inc. The year was 1998, the beginning of dot-com bubble. Entrepreneurs across the country flocked to the Silicon Valley to become millionaires. Being a billionaire was still a utopian dream then. Among them was Max Levchin, a Ukraine-born immigrant who has graduated with a degree in computer science just a year ago. He rushed to the Silicon Valley to find a company to join, but he could not find a company that would inspire him. There he met Peter Thiel, a Germany-born venture capitalist who was searching for good startups. Peter Thiel had recently invested 100k in Luke Nosek's unsuccessful web-based calendar project. Nosek was the common link between Levchin and Peter. While still in college, Levchin and Nosek had come together for a venture, Sportsnet New Media Inc. Over the week, these three met several times and discussed several types of different ideas. We have covered this type of brainstorming exercise between Jeff Bezos and Dee Shah in this video. Link is in the description. They came up with the idea of universal way to make a payment from your friends to global business. It was absolutely ambitious idea at that time. They named their company Confinity Inc., which was named after the word confidence infinity. This created a rivalry between X.com and Confinity. Both X.com and Confinity were trying to bring the same change, a universal way to make payment. But the worst part, these two were located just 4 blocks away from each other. This made the rivalry personal, and they were ready for cutthroat competitions. Engineers on both sides were forced to pull 100 hours a week. Customers were given money just for referring their friends. This startup were not earning money, but their customers surely were earning money, free money. The rivalry went to such a level that an engineer at Confinity designed a bomb to use as a last resort. But in March 2000, the rivalry ended when Elon Musk and Peter Thiel decided to merge their company. Many of the top executives were against it, but it turned out to be the right decision at the right moment. Soon, the dot-com bubble burst out. Had they not been together, both of the startups would have been the thing of the past, but they survived. The two companies tried hard to match their cultures with modest success. Musk kept championing the X.com brand, while most everyone else favored PayPal. More fights broke out over the decision of company's technology infrastructure. The Confinity team, led by Levchin, favored moving towards open source software like Linux, while Musk championed Microsoft data center software as being more likely to keep productivity high. Many viewed Microsoft as a dated evil empire and Linux as the modern software of the people. 2 months after the merger, Thiel resigned. Levchin threatened to walk out of the technology rift. Musk was left to run a fractured company. Along with it, the computing system failed to keep up with an exploding customer base. Once a week, the company's website collapsed. Most of the engineers were ordered to start work on designing a new system, which distracted key technical personnel and left X.com vulnerable to fraud. A growing number of people at the company questioned Musk's decision-making in the face of all the crisis. What followed was one of the nastiest coups in Silicon Valley's long, illustrious history of nasty coups. Instead of confronting Musk directly, the conspirators decided to take action behind Musk's back. In September 2000, when Elon Musk was going to honeymoon with his wife Justine, he was replaced by Peter Thiel. Some of the people loyal to Musk has said something was wrong, but it was too late. By the time he landed, Musk had been replaced by Thiel. For a brief period, Musk tried to fight back. He urged the board to reconsider its decision. But when it became clear that the company had already moved on, Musk relented. By June 2001, Musk's influence on the company was fading quickly. That month, Thiel rebranded X.com as PayPal. PayPal was later bought by eBay for an astonishing $1.5 billion US dollars. According to the most of the people inside the company, this coup was a necessary evil. Had it been delayed by 6 months or more, the company wouldn't have survived. It's the strange world when sacking of one of the visionary entrepreneurs is called a right move. Thanks for watching.